So, hello everybody. Thanks for joining this. My name is Shevchenko. I'm a CEO of a company named Aurora Labs, and we are working on a solution to extend Ethereum economy. As probably many of you know, there is a blockchain pretty famous in the blockchain ecosystem. It is called Ethereum. It's famous, first of all, because of the fact that it was the first blockchain that was launched back in 2014, I believe. With a thing that is called smart contracts, an ability to launch your programs and applications on top of the blockchain. And since then, there is a whole giant ecosystem of Ethereum that evolved with notable verticals like DeFi, decentralized finance, NFTs, and many, many others. NFTs, non-fungible tokens, and so on. And Ethereum ecosystem is gigantic, literally. It has around 300 billion market cap. It was at $500 billion around a month ago, something like that. And if we will take a look only in the DeFi vertical, then we have 63 billion in total locked value. It is big, it is growing insanely. However, it has some problems. If you will take a look at the transaction fees and Ethereum gas usage in the block, you will see that the Ethereum blockchain is literally full. So there is a problem with it. It cannot have more transactions. It cannot onboard more users right now. And even the users that are there already, they need to pay for transactions quite a lot of money, which means that in order for the transactions or for their, working with their applications, for them to be profitable and to bring in some additional value, it's just only high net worth individuals that are able to use it. So these applications, these decentralized applications, they're losing a long tail of the retail customers. And Ethereum needs a solution how to scale this stuff, right? And what we're doing in Aurora is actually a solution to extend Ethereum economy a little bit beyond the actual possibilities of the Ethereum blockchain. So how we are doing this, and how is this possible? Well, first of all, I can tell you that there are many solutions right now that are extending Ethereum. They called L2 solutions, so layer 2 solutions. There is one type. L2 is one type of the solutions that are scaling Ethereum. There are another types like side chains and so on, but there is no point for this presentation to put any difference in between these two. The main thing is that there are lots of solutions that are scaling Ethereum, and Aurora is one of these solutions, right? Now, we have some very specific features to our solution that make it very convenient for the existing Ethereum applications to migrate or to deploy onto Aurora. Well, first of all, Aurora inside of its core has the same engine as Ethereum. It is called Ethereum Virtual Machine, or EVM for short, and we are using the same EVM and this execution environment that is used inside of Ethereum. Which means that we are supporting absolutely the same smart contracts that are deployed on Ethereum. There is no need to change your code. There is no need to recompile your code. You can just deploy your code directly to Aurora. And what is actually Aurora? Aurora is itself a smart contract on top of Near blockchain. So, this is like a dream in a dream concept, right? But actually, this is just a place. Aurora works on top of the blockchain, which means it is also secure and it is permissionless, right? However, and this is something that many people are doing. I mean, having the EVM compatibility thing for the smart contracts to operate. But now we are going here 1 mile further, actually, 1 extra mile, and we are saying that the Aurora's base token is actually F, which is the base token of Ethereum blockchain. And this is a good thing. So because of the users and developers, they do not need to think of any other token that they need to buy to pay for transactions and so on, right? So from the user perspective, the experience will be you take your ETH from Ethereum blockchain, you move it to Aurora with a single transaction, and then you on the Aurora is just another network that you are using. And in Aurora, you're issuing the same transactions with the same token, and no major problems happening. The difference is obviously that the transaction costs are lower, the confirmation times of transactions are faster, and it's just easier to work with this blockchain. Now, I was saying you are taking your ETH and you are moving it to Aurora, right? And there is a special thing that allows you to do this. These solutions are called bridges. And right now there is like a boom of bridges, I would say, and people are developing their bridges to give an ability for users to move their tokens and their data across different blockchains. Because right now it is pretty obvious that the future is going to be multi-chain. So it's not only Bitcoin, Ethereum, but there are also other blockchains that also have smart contracts, and they are able to host some of the use cases. So Aurora has its own bridge. It is called Rainbow Bridge, and this is actually the bridge not only for Aurora, but in between Ethereum and Near ecosystem as a whole. Remember, Aurora is a smart contract on top of Near blockchain. Now, our bridge is a very specific thing. It has very specific infrastructure. To our knowledge, it is the only trustless bridge to Ethereum in the market. And by saying trustless, I mean that there is no such thing as bridge validators or multi-sig addresses that are inside of this process of moving funds from one blockchain to another. And this gives an additional security for the solution. And users who are using our bridge, they are fully relying on the smart contracts. They are not relying on third parties, and any third party is not able to get the funds, users' funds, instead of the solutions that are built on multi-sig wallets. Rainbow Bridge is already in production. There are more than 4 million of tokens breached over the Rainbow Bridge up to date, and it was launched on March 15th, and it was announced in the beginning of April. So it was for 3 weeks in a stealth mode, I would say. And since then, we have this result is not that big, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Now, the specific of our bridge is that you may send not only tokens over it, but also any type of data, anything that is provable on the blockchain. You are able to move this thing. This can be data that is inside of the smart contract. This can be cross-contract calls. So literally with Rainbow Bridge, you can imagine the application that starts its execution on Near blockchain, calls some kind of smart contract on Ethereum blockchain. This contract does the execution, and then there is a callback back to Near blockchain. This is something that is possible with Rainbow Bridge and obviously with Aurora too. Now, I was multiple times saying about the Near blockchain, right? So I would like to give a short overview of Near blockchain, because this is, I believe, also something interesting for you. So Near blockchain, we call it a third generation of the blockchain. The first one was Bitcoin and many forks of it. And then it was Ethereum, like a next generation of the blockchain with smart contracts with some additional logic that can be executed on top of the blockchain. And now we are moving to the third generation of the blockchain, the blockchains that are focused on scalability. And because, I was saying that there are problems with Ethereum scalability, obviously, absolutely the same problems are with the Bitcoin. And now it is a time for the blockchains to solve the scalability issue. And Near is one of the blockchains that actually has a scalability problems solving is one of the main priorities. Inside of Near, yeah, there is a proof of stake that is working. So people are staking their funds and are able to earn some additional returns on top of it, well, some additional returns out of it. It is, and the main feature of the Near blockchain is that it is dynamically sharded, which means that if there are lots of transactions that are going inside of the Near blockchain, then a Near blockchain will spawn additional shards, and shards are executed in parallel. They are not competing; they are just working together. And because of this, they are able to. Because of this, the amount of transactions that are executed on Near blockchain can go up. And obviously, in case the throughput or like the load on the blockchain goes down, the shards get collapsed together, and this is done on the protocol level. So the blockchain is taking care of this stuff. And just to give you a little bit of stats about the Near blockchain, it is fully live already, in production for more than a year. It is working. The token transfers were launched last October, so this is around 8 months ago or something. Right now, Near is at Near as a token is at 1.2 billion market cap. Near blockchain has around 150,000 transactions per day. This is about 10 times less than in Ethereum right now. And we have around 10,000 daily active accounts. And in general, there are more than 300,000 accounts. So there are lots of things happening on Near. And just to give you a quick overview of the ecosystem that is there on Near blockchain, we have already DeFi applications on Near working, prediction markets, multiple NFT marketplaces where people are and artists are able to create and sell their NFTs. We have multiple farming applications where people can farm additional tokens, yeah, one additional thing to mention here is that Near blockchain is fully carbon neutral, because this topic is pretty hot right now. People are complaining about the lots of electricity that is used by the blockchain technology. So Near is working on top of proof of stake, right? This is a very cheap in terms of the energy approach, and even the footprint that Near is having in the ecosystem, it is compensated through our partners, which makes Near a climate neutral blockchain. Now, to give you a little bit of a roadmap, again, Aurora, so coming back to Aurora, right, from Near to the specific application on top of Near, right? Aurora is focusing right now on the formation of a DAO. This is our main goal right now, that Aurora is actually launched, right? So I was not telling this to you, but mentioning it right now. Aurora is launched on the Near mainnet, and anyone is able to use it right now. So if you're a company, if you represent a company that does some business on top of Ethereum blockchain, you can try it out. You can try to deliver your solution on top of Aurora and enjoy very low transaction fees and very fast confirmation times. So it is in production already, but we understand that we cannot launch a solution for Ethereum ecosystem alone. So that's why we are forming right now a DAO. And in this DAO, we are inviting people from the Ethereum ecosystem. We would like this project to be governed by the community. We would like it to be decentralized. We do not believe in the centralized governance of any blockchain products, including Aurora. And later on, probably in the beginning of the next year, we are planning to launch the sharded version of Aurora, right? So as I said to you, Near was built with sharding in mind. and near was supposed to be, what is supposed to be the sharded blockchain. That's why there is a strong incentive for us to take this advantage and develop our solution also sharded. So we are now exploring how we can make this. And this is not an easy thing. And literally, if you will think of the Ethereum 1.0, but sharded, this is actually the thing that is called ETH 2.0, right? This is the thing that Ethereum Foundation is working on. And we are pretty aligned here. And it seems like we are able to deliver this functionality a little bit faster. And maybe Ethereum Foundation will be able to use this as a playground for ETH 2.0. I also want to give a little bit of a point of view, a little bit of points from the point of view of the developers and decentralized applications on why they can deploy, why would they deploy their solution on top of Aurora. So first of all, I want to say that many of the EVM compatible solutions, they are in the market. They are saying that you can do it, but in fact they are not in production. So Aurora is fully in production. You can check out on our website all of the documentation that is required for you. Well, actually changes are not that big in general, and this is good. I can what I'm telling to many projects that are seeking the blockchain where they can deploy. I advise them right now to use EVM compatible blockchains because they do not have a vendor lock here. So there are multiple blockchains that are working with EVM compatible smart contracts. It's not only Aurora and Ethereum, there are many others. And EVM becomes a de facto standard for the blockchain industry. There are lots of developers that are capable of writing code in Solidity, the native programming language for EVM. It will be much easier for you if you are thinking of starting blockchain business to choose Solidity as a smart contract language, and then you will be able to choose one or multiple blockchains where you're able to deploy your solution. Because of the Aurora architecture and how we have chosen the ETH as a base token, literally we're saying that there is no migration as is happening in the when the decentralized applications are would like to migrate to Aurora. No migration, it's just deployment. You just take your code, deploy it to another network. You are changing literally one URL, one RPC endpoint, so-called. Sorry, my cat is always coming to me when I'm on calls. Yeah, and coming back, another point is obviously security and decentralizations. So we have only one trustless bridge, and I believe your users are going to love it. And again, just to emphasize the last point here is that we are building our solution for scaling today and tomorrow. Many solutions that are scaling the Ethereum ecosystem right now, they are focused on today's needs. They want to have, they are saying that we are like 10 times faster than Ethereum or 20 times faster than Ethereum. It may be okay for now. And however, tomorrow they will face absolutely the same problem, the problem of scalability of blockchain technology. So Aurora has chosen to build on top of Near blockchain that solves this problem. And that's why we can be a solution that your business is going to use not only today, but also tomorrow. That's it for this talk from my side. Thanks for joining. Thanks for watching. If you want to have more information about Aurora, please visit our website. It is aurora.dev. And you can join you can follow our Twitter and Telegram. You can see it on the screen here, or connect directly with me using my email address. Thanks for your attention, and In case you have any questions or you would like to learn a little bit more about Aurora, please ask ask the questions.
Thank you so much, Alex. It was an amazing presentation. I'm really interested in Aurora personally because I'm a developer, so and it's like part of our roadmap is to like move to Aurora. And I will check first of all the chat on the website on Hova, and if there's no question, I have mine. Okay, I'm preparing lots of questions now. Just 1 minute to make sure. Yes, we don't have right now, but I'm encouraging everyone, if they have any questions, they can like dropping in the chat box or just unmute themselves. My first question was about the Web3 tools. So, okay, I'm as a smart contract developer, I have developed my contract, and there is no changes needed from my side as a smart contract developer to deploy my smart contract on near protocol using Aurora. And how about I can let my dApp connect to the blockchain network? If there is a difference, or it's like a Web3 compatible as well?
Yeah, it is F compatible, so Web3 compatible. You're just going to change. So users can log in with MetaMask. You are able to use for the development Hardhat, Truffle, OpenZeppelin SDK if you want, right? So all of the things, the compatibility is there. The only thing that you need to do is to change the RPC endpoint. So normally developers are getting their RPC endpoints from Infura or Alchemy, right? Or maybe they are setting up their own full nodes to have the access to Ethereum blockchain. So here, instead of doing this, you need to take the endpoint URL that is listed in our documentation, and you need to put it there. In order for the user to connect, you need to also specify in your front end that you need to add Aurora network to the user's MetaMask or any other wallet that is there. And and after adding this network, user will be in a separated Aurora network, Aurora environment, and user will be able to send transactions there. Perfect. So all simple. Everything's simple.
Yeah, it's pretty simple, because I was like very worried about this point. If I can deploy my contract there, what about how the front end will connect to the Web3, the blockchain? Right, my second question is like, it might seem like a naive question. It's about gas consumption, but it's not compared to Ethereum network. It's compared to Binance Smart Chain, other solutions that provide that's trying to solve this problem, the same problem, the gas issue in Ethereum. It's like I would love to like hear a more detailed comparison between these networks compared to near network regarding the gas point.
Okay, so unfortunately, I do not have the the full information about Binance Smart Chain or other solutions. So they have their own benchmarks and all this stuff. I can tell about Aurora. Aurora transaction is going to cost to a user around 1 cent. Plus, well, like Ethereum transactions can be different, right? But normally it's going to be 1 cent, maybe 2 cents at max, or below this. Or so this is the transaction cost that you can expect to have. And yeah, and the good thing, obviously, for the user is that in MetaMask, the gas fee and the gas price is going to be denominated in Ether. So as a user, you will see that in MetaMask, when MetaMask pop-ups, it will say that gas price is 0.1 GVE or something like that, right? And users will immediately notice the fact that, okay, this costs pennies, right? So the user is sending these transactions. With other blockchains, unfortunately, since they are having their own token, the users will be a little bit confused because they will not understand whether this transaction is has high cost or low cost. Users need to overcome this this cognitive barrier, I would say, to understanding how the other blockchain works and what is the tool there, or what is the token there. So yeah, here expect a short bottom line, 1 to 2 cents transaction cost at max, and gas fees are nominated in GVE, right?
Yeah, another naive question. I'm sorry about asking lots of naive questions. It's like, for today, it's called the transaction cost is less than 1 cent or 2 cents max. What about next year? Because is it like Ethereum really linked to the native token, or it's like it's not related to the native token?
Mm-hmm. So super good question. I actually cannot say that you are asking naive questions. These are all very valuable and very, you know, in-depth questions, I would say. So because Aurora, so right now Aurora is launched on a single shard, right? So right now, if tomorrow we will have multiple million transactions per day, then the gas price is going to raise, right? And unfortunately, we cannot do anything without it, with this. But well, first of all, our capacity right now is like x2 to x10 in comparison to Ethereum 1.0. So literally all of the Ethereum blockchain can move to Aurora right now, and there will be no problems with the raising of the fees, right? So this is one thing. And second thing is that Aurora is going to implement sharding, right? So this is exactly the reason why we were choosing Near blockchain to build on top of. So Aurora is going to be sharded, and the capacity, or like the throughput of the blockchain, is going to increase horizontally. In case we don't have enough capacity, then just additional Aurora shards are going to spawn. They are going to be created during the blockchain operation, right? So there are no need for, you know, user intervention or admins or something like that. They're going to be created automatically, and they are going, and the metric that Near blockchain tries to optimize is that the load, the amount of the transactions in the block needs to be just filling up the half of a block. So this is the metric. A block has a limit, but this limit is just for a single shard, right? And if we have 10 shards, then we increase this limit by 10 times, right? So this is it. So I can tell you that we do not expect any raise in the transaction costs for Aurora and Near as a whole. So this is what is different for Aurora solution in comparison to other scaling solutions.
Yeah, it's an amazing question, and it makes sense. If we could increase the transaction throughput, it's a cost in return will be decreased as well. It makes sense. I have lots of questions about Near and Aurora, but unfortunately we only have 1 minute left. Let me check the website if there is a question there, but still I have lots of questions about Aurora, and I'm super lucky to have you today, and maybe we will meet like in a couple of weeks if we got accepted in your acceleration. There is an acceleration supported by the new protocol, and I'm inviting all the audience here to apply there. It's an amazing acceleration program, and me and my team will join it, inshallah. Hopefully, if we got accepted, but yeah, it's a great opportunity, to be honest, and it's a great it's a great time now to announce about that. If you can give the audience in 1 minute a brief about this acceleration, that if they have a project they want to build on top of new protocol and Aurora, they can go there.
Absolutely. So the program is called Open Web Collective, or OWC. You just search in the internet, and actually, you know, everything was said about this. This is an acceleration program. We are giving grants to people who are building on top of Near. So all good. Come join us. We have lots of interesting stuff happening on Near blockchain.
And this is the best part about the Web3 world and this community in general. Thank you so much, Alex, for this great presentation. It was an amazing and pleasure to have you today. And I have to close the session now, but I would love to thank you again for accepting our invitation, Mr. Alice, CTO of Aurora Labs. I'm looking forward to inviting you in our next Arab Blockchain Week 2020, inshallah. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. My honor to be here. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.